right, Shalom.
Shalom.
I'm here with the brother Yatazak. We're the brothers from GMS West Palm Beach. And before we begin, we like to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kwakadash.
All right, we want to give double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. To you, we say Shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the flock of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. And, we just want to touch on a quick subject about, trusting in the Lord, man. All right, because quick, what's that word?
Testimony.
Quick testimony to water. Quick testimony, I just got off for work at Plantation. Well, not just got off for like 5:30. And, as soon as I get to my car, I noticed when I'm backing out, I had a flat tire. And so I called the brother up, and, he came, the water Yahweh Shem Yahshua, he came swiftly too, right? Went to the auto parts store, got the parts, plugged it in, and, the tire's good now, man. And so all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahshua. But, Jake, don't panic. Jake, trust in the Lord, and he will always deliver you, man. All right? People in the world will be like, God, why me, and shit like that, man. But, hey, call on Yom Yahweh Shem Yahshua even when you're going through it, man. Because the Lord's going to deliver you, man. All right?
Ooh. If you want Bible Shite, get this pre goes when now brought to a lower state, take it cheerfully. Because even when, you catch hell, even when you got minor setbacks, right? Still take that cheerfully, man. Right? Because at the end of the day, man, we got the truth, man. Right? You got the spirit of Yahweh Shem shine on you, man, and you still have the Lord to call on, to trust on. And that's something that we constantly have to keep in mind, man, because people in the world, like the brother was saying, anything bad happen, they'll be like, why me? Why me? Right? They'll be in that woe is me spirit, right? They always, complain and shit, right? But we all have to, remember that we have the Lord, man. We have the ultimate power. This is the true 911 call, the true emergency call that we could, call on to, man. And that's what the people in this world do not have, man.
Yo, low-key, Jake's been blessed with a cheat code to the universe. You just got to tap into it. But this is Iraq chapter 2, starting from the top. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble.
And it says, make not haste in the time of trouble, constantly endure. So when we're faced with different stumbling blocks, different trials, tribulations, different things that's put before our path, man, we have to, basically slow down, right? Because, a lot of people, when they're in, times of distress, what they do, they panic, they start having irrational thoughts. But we have to calm down, relax, and remember that we're serving the ultimate power. We're serving Yahweh Shem Shah, and that's who we truly trust in and believe in, man. And what it says, cleave unto him, cleave unto Yahweh Shem Shah, call on that name.
Quick pre to back you up. Proverbs 19:2. Also, that the soul be without knowledge, it is not good, but it's the point. And he that hasteth with his feet sinneth. All right, so if you are panicking, hurrying, instead of patiently and constantly enduring, all right, you hasten with your feet, you sinning, man. All right, but to go back to Sirach chapter 2, Sirach 2 and verse 4. You know what? Verse 3. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state.
It says, whatsoever is brought upon you, take it cheerfully, man. Right? So, the brother going through this little issue he was having with his car, the Lord could have had that to happen to saving the brother from maybe getting into a wreck, getting pulled over by these devils, man. Getting, caught up in whatever it may have been, right? So those things, when you have those minor things that stops you, man, you got to remember and take that cheerful, like, hey, the Lord could have been delivering me from death, delivering me from something that I don't know what was gonna happen, man. So at the end of the day, we have to constantly take everything cheerfully, man. Take whatever you catch hell, take that cheerfully. You got a flat, take it cheerfully. You lost your job, take that cheerfully. You lost your woman, take that cheerfully, man. Because at the end of the day, the Lord sees the bigger picture of everything, man. Right? We don't know what's to come, right? But the Lord does, man. So that's why we gotta always take whatever the case may be cheerfully, man. Right? And still trust in Yahweh Shem Shah at the end of the day.
Continuing on, I'm going to read through this quick, Lord willing. Sirach 2 and 5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Right? You got to be put in the fire. Gold is put into fire to melt away all the impurities, man.
Purification process.
And the scripture says, a man shall be finer than the gold of Ophir, man. So you got to have to be put through a hot-ass fire, man. All right? Verse 6. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him. All right, you got to trust and believe, man. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. Right? This is why we have the cheat code, because even when we're going through it, you still got to hope for good, man. Because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, we are winning. No matter what we're going through, we are winning. If you are an Israelite man, woman, or child on this earth, man, you are going to win at the end of the day, as long as you serve him, man, and trust in him, man. Verse 10, look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins, and saveth in the time of affliction.
And shit, you want to say something?
You got it.
Like, hey, verse 10 is a fire precept, man. It says, look at the generations of old and see, did any ever trust in the Lord and was confounded, right? That just goes to show you, man, when you trust in Yahweh Shema Shah, when you fully trust in Yahweh Shema Shah with your whole heart, man, you're not going to lose. You're not going to be let down, man. That's a guaranteed win, right? As long as you're doing everything that's pleasing in sight, Yahweh Shema Shah, you're serving the Lord how the Lord is asking you to be, asking you to serve him, right? You're guaranteed to win, man. Oh, I thought I cut off. You're guaranteed to win, man. Man. So this precept is fire right here, man. That just goes to show you, man, that you have that guarantee. Esau can't give you that guarantee. Your job can't give you that guarantee. Your woman can't give you that guarantee. Police can't give you that guarantee, but the Lord can give you that guarantee, man. If you trust in Yahweh Shema Shah, you serve the Lord to the best of your ability, you are guaranteed, man. Guaranteed to deliver you, man. Guaranteed to help you in your time of trouble, man. Right?
Kind of quick pre to back you up.
You got it.
Sirach chapter 51 and verse 8. Then thought I upon thy mercy, O Lord, and upon thy acts of old, how thou deliverest such as wait for thee, and savest them out of the hands of the enemies. Right? As long as you're patient and constantly waiting for the Lord, you're going to get saved, man. He's going to deliver you, man.
And like it says in another backing brother up, 1 Peter 4 and 18, if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear, right? So the righteous is going to be scarcely saved, man. So even when it may seem like your back is up against the wall, you have no way out, right? It looks like all odds are up against you. But as long as you're serving Yahweh Shema Shah, you're doing the will of Yahweh Shema to your best of your ability, you trusting and believing in the name of Yahweh Shema Shah, you're going to be saved, man, right? Scarcely saved, man. Right, you'll be in the face of death, man. Gun to your head, and the trigger got pulled and it jammed. Situations like that, man, where the Lord's gonna be delivering you, man. You could be driving and you was in a near crash, and you just swerved and then gained control again. Things like that, man. So the Lord is gonna, deliver you, man. You just need to have that trust, man, that faith, man, and constantly cleave unto Yahweh Shema Shah in your time of trouble, man. Right? Because in this world, people in this world, any issue they have, what do they think, right? The Lord is the last thing that comes to these people's mind, man, right? They're thinking about, grabbing their gun if someone breaking into the house or things like that, and life threatening. That calling 911, that 911 be the first call. Calling 911, grabbing their guns, trying to call somebody else for help, all different types of things. Trusting in man for help, right? In reality, what we should be cleaving unto Yahweh Shema Shah, man. That's how it should be, man.
That's the spirit. Because I was talking to Eve today in my plantation, and she was talking about how she had a gun because her house got broken into. So I asked her, I was like, yo, if somebody breaks into your house in the middle of the night, are you gonna actually grab that gun and go shoot somebody? She was like, I don't know, it depends on the situation. I might, if I see them, I might, tell them to leave before it's not too late. Of course, I'll call the police. I'm like, you're depending on your weapons. You're depending on 911. That shit's it's not gonna go down the way you think it is, man. First of all, as a female living by yourself, as soon as you hear something rumbling in the background, you're gonna be terrified. You're gonna shut the fuck up and curl up in the corner, more than likely, man. But at the end of the day, if the Lord's not dealing with you and you're not dealing on the Lord, you're shit out of luck in these days, man. How much more in Jacob's trouble, man? You got people breaking into your house now. How much more in Jacob's trouble, man?
Man. Hey, these people have, you know, just even backing you up with what the woman said, man. She said she got the gun and someone breaks into her house. But that's the thing with people, right? They'll have a whole intricate plan of how they're gonna have things play out. If someone breaks into the house, if they're in this situation, if this place gets shot up, if this situation happens, they have a whole intricate plan in their head of how it's gonna play out. But it never goes down like that, man.
Never does.
Right? It never goes down like that, man. Because people are always gonna have that fight or flight instinct, man. Right? And majority of people, what they're gonna have, that flight instinct, that flight, panicking, scrambling, calling 911, trying to get help. And what happens, right? Majority of them die. Right? Because they're panicking, they're making irrational thoughts, man.
Hasting with their feet.
Hasting with their feet. And like the scripture says, right, make not haste in time of trouble. Right? Cleave unto the Lord. Right? So that's the proper way to go about, you know, proper way to go about situations of trouble, situations as you may be in, man, right? To make not haste in the time of trouble, but cleave unto Yahweh Shema Shah, man. Move more in the spirit than moving in the flesh, because the flesh gonna have you making irrational thoughts, trusting in man, calling 911, doing all these different things, but the spirit is gonna want you to calm down, trust in Yahweh Shema Shah, and leave it in the Lord's hands, man, and trust that the Lord's gonna deliver you. All right.
This is Wisdom on Solomon, chapter 19 and verse 22. For in all things, O Lord, thou didst magnify thy people and glorify them. Neither didst thou lightly regard them, but didst assist them in every time and place. All right, trusting in the Lord, he's gonna. If you're trusting in the Lord and serving the Lord to the best of your ability, man, he is not going to forsake you, man. It's written all throughout the scriptures, man. But then, you know, what was Sirach chapter 2, when you continue reading on, it says, woe to them that are fearful hearted and the faint hearted, right? Because you won't be defended in those days, man. So if you trust in the Lord only when it's good, when shit goes bad, you don't trust in the Lord no more. You want to try to put shit into your own hands, man. Woe unto you. That's what the scriptures say, man.
Shit, I got a prayer for you.
You got it.
This is a Proverbs, the 3rd chapter, verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Right? You want to speak on it?
If you, in all thy ways acknowledge the Lord, when it's good or bad, when you're happy or sad, acknowledge the Lord, and he's going to direct your paths. But it's hard to fully trust in the Lord when you're dealing with the world, man. It's hard to fully trust the Lord, even when the flesh, man. Because sometimes the fear of the flesh will creep in and make you second doubt. But you got to rebuke that spirit, man, and trust in the Lord. All right, I got a flat tire. Now what? All right, let me trust in the Lord. And that's it. But, you know, that's it. You trust in the Lord, and he's going to deliver you, man. That's like the brother said earlier. You never know why these things happen, man. It's more than likely it's to prevent something bad from happening to you, or at the end of the day, for something good to happen, right? Because it is flat tire, or the former flat tire. Now what's happening? The word is being spread, man.
Man, the Lord be killing two birds with one stone, man. That's how the Lord operates, man. Right? Because like the brother say, he could have been avoiding a bad situation, and also at the same time, the truth was getting pushed out, man. Hey, and also even on top of that, the brother was able to get some tools that he already needed, man. So the Lord be killing multiple birds with one stone.
That's the spirit. That's the spirit. Because with the flat tire, we bought the needle nose pliers, and we switch the fuse, forget the cigarette lighter or fix it.
Yeah, so, you figure that too.
2 birds, 1 stone, 2 brothers, 1 lesson, man. You know, it's the spirit of the Lord, man. This is Romans chapter 8 and verse 28. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love the Most High, to them who are called according to his purpose, man. The Lord willing, we're part of that number. We're called according to the purpose, man. And the purpose is to prophesy the downfall of the society, man. To prophesy the downfall of America, the captivity of Esau, Edom, and the other nations, man. The downfall of wickedness, man. Even the downfall of 2/3 of our people, man. But they're going to be brought back up in righteousness through the seeds of the elect. Lord willing, we're part of that number, man. All right? This is the purpose of Yahweh Shem Yahshai. He's going to raise up, man, to give the warning. And whoever takes heed to the warning, they're gonna be delivered, Lord willing, and whoever does is gonna be destroyed, Lord willing, man.
This the last prayer I got right here. This is Romans, the 10th chapter. Salaki, this Romans the 10th chapter, verse 13 reads, "For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved," man. Right? And that just also goes to show you the importance of knowing the name of the Lord, man. Because these churches, these other Israelite groups out here, they always try to say the name of the Lord don't matter. They pushing out all these false names, man. But the name of the Lord truly matters, man. Right? Right? Because you can be trying to call on JC, Buddha, all these other names in your time of trouble, and you're not going to receive any salvation, man. That's why, like Scripture also says, about only under one name shall you receive salvation, man. Right? Those true names is Yahweh Shai, man. Right? Yahweh meaning He exists, and Yahweh Shai meaning He saves, He delivers, man. Those are the true and only names whereby we shall receive deliverance and salvation through, man. Right? Trusting in Yahweh Shai, trusting in His name, right? And having that faith, man, cleaving unto Him, man.
It takes trust to it takes a lot of faith to believe in the name too, because there's so many names out there, so many stumbling blocks. Like the majority of Jake are falling over. They're not calling on Jesus, they're calling Yeshua. They're not calling on Yeshua, they're calling on Yahweh. They're not calling on Yahweh, they're calling on Jehovah. So many different names. We even heard of somebody on the highway in the Bible is calling Jehovah Jireh, man. So it's so many names, so many stumbling blocks, man. But through faith and through the Spirit, we understand that His name is Yahweh Yahweh Shai, man. This is 2 Samuel 16, starting at verse 11. "And David said to Abishai and to all his servants, Behold, my son, which came forth out of my bowels, seeketh my life. How much more now may this Benjamite do it? Let him alone, and let him curse, for the Lord Yahweh hath bidden him." All right, this is because this Benjamite brother was cursing out King David, man. So the King David was like, "Yo, let's kill this man." And he's like, "Yo, let him alone," right? Verse 12, "It may be that the Lord will look on mine affliction, and that the Lord will requite me for good for his cursing this day." All right, curse today, bless tomorrow. It's really the point of that precept, man. Lord willing, we're part of that number. We go through afflictions in this flesh. Even this flesh is an affliction for us, man. We go through these things because we understand at the end of this light at the end of the tunnel, man.
Hey, like it tells us in 2 Corinthians, man, our light affliction is but for a moment, man. Right? Us going through this hell, us going through different trials and tribulations, these different afflictions is only for a moment, man. This is part of the purification process. This is part of going through that fire, man.
This is the fire.
This is all part of it. This is that proving ground to Yahweh Shema Shai. How bad do we want it? How bad do we believe, man? How much do we want to be delivered and receive salvation out of this place, man? This is all the proving ground, man. But that's why that scripture right there in 2 Corinthians is a comforting scripture, because it always reminds us and keeps in our mind that this hell that we go through is but for a moment, man. And that's the spirit that we should constantly be in, man. Remember that this shit is but for a moment, man.